Well, in this video, I'm going to discuss about seeing log. Looking at the log file considered to be a good habit, and I have been taught like that, and I have been practicing it for ages because uh, in computer, sooner or later something must be going to misbehave, or if you are looking for something specific related to your application, related to your operating system, related to other stuff, that the first place you should start looking at should be the log file. Or if it is for application, most of the application, they have their own log file. Here in this video, I'm going to show you how you can look into the log files with absolute ease with the uh, built-in tools. So you do not have to rely on other third-party tool. You can use a normal GNU core utils stuff to see the log in a better fashion. Okay, so without further ado, let me get into a terminal. So I believe I'm zoomed enough so you can see. So looking at the log file is a mandatory stuff, whether you are sitting in a server, whether you are sitting on a desktop, laptop, doesn't matter really. So as I mentioned very beginning, looking at the log file considered to be a very good habit. It reveals so many stuff, so you will come to know about so many things which might be going under the screen. Okay, so I generally see I run systemd variant distribution, and I run sysv related distribution too. So to looking at the log file, it required different tool, because systemd keeps the log file in a binary form, so they have a specific tool designed to look at the binary log file, while in sysv system those are plain text files, so you can have a look at it with the normal tooling. Okay, so instead of getting the hassle of understanding or knowing, or importantly remembering the differentiation, whatever because I have, as I mentioned, I hop between both the init system sysv and systemd. So I made an alias to generalize the viewing of log in such a manner that it is helpful to me. It might come handy to you. So at any point of time, if I write c log, is basically following the log. Okay, I'm sitting on a sysv system right now, so it will prompt me to provide my supervisor. See, it's going to print out the logs from there. Okay, so I do not have to remember, or I do not have to use. Generally in a normal sysv system, people generally use tail and -f to follow, or tail -n the number to follow the specific number of the log file. Okay, so I try to give the command name as human as possible, so I know what I'm intent to see. So that's why I write the name c log. Okay, so I wanted to seeing the log. Okay, so this is my way of operating on my machine. Your could be different. So as I mentioned, I'm sitting on a sysv system, so that's why it is parsing through the logs and it is showing me like that. Okay, so if I cancel this now, if I do alias grep c log, so you can see this is an absolute ordinary stuff. I just tail to var log messages for system related message. If I'm sitting on a in a system distribution, then I use a tool they have shipped with called journalctl. Essentially, a flag is the following stuff: quit for quitting, quiet, and throwing the std error to dev null. It is as simple as that. So it automatically detect whatever the system I'm seeing at. So I do not have to explicitly run tail or journalctl. It helps me to eliminate one possible confusion, what to remember, what to run. Okay. So just to write clog, and it will follow the log. I hope you get the idea, right? Okay. Likewise, in other fashion, if I wanted to see all the log file combined in a much formatted manner and tailed manner, okay, so I have yet another alias. Simply write logs at the terminal prompt and press enter. Give it some time, because behind the scene it is parsing all the log files, whatever is there in the var log directory, and it will enlist you the output of the log files. It might take some time. I'm trying this because I see the output is look like this. It ran off, so I'm trying to get you to the top. Okay, so you can see it parses different log file. You can see from the output, right? And it is parsing different log file and provided me the absolute absolute necessary stuff to see. Okay, so this is a very formatted one. You can see it might, if you have so many log files stored and running this command or this alias, it might take a lot of time, and which is not, I'm not suggesting it. Okay, so basically, so I'm trying to show you that that this could be done with a simple. You can see the logs. It parts each and every log and show it to like that. Okay, in the following format. So how do I achieve it? Okay, to show you that, I have covered about aliases in detail in my 2 backlog videos. If you go back to the channel, you might find it. But this is just especially looking to a log file in the system. Okay, so if I write logs, as you can see, I have used the normal standard command. Okay, let me sip my coffee. Standard command, find. You simply see I try to get all the files in a var log directory, which you can limit or trim, and it's absolutely ordinary to do that. Then I try the exec file, whatever is getting. Then I try to preserve the code and find the text, and then I cut the first field of a particular slash. Okay, then I ran it through sed to substitute the end of the line with nothing. Okay, preserving the code. Then I reverse grep, means whatever is matching, reverse it to all the numerics at the end, and then I finally pipe it to xarg to tailf, which will be following all the stuff. Okay, so this might look arcane, but this is not actually. The beauty is that it is all using inbuilt core utils. Okay, so you don't have to go out in the wild and fetch some specific tool to do the stuff for you. It's a little bit of small tool, piping and extracting out the result. I use grep, set, cut, and xarg. That's all. These 4 tools are very common and very easy to use. So, and it provide or serve me the purpose just to have a look at all the log files I have. I'm again saying running into a fact log var log directory might take some time to bring out the result on the terminal, because it will be parsing all the log files in the var log file. So you can limit the find command in the very beginning to a specific stuff if you want to, but if you leave the rest grep, which has a different purpose, cut to a different purpose, set to a different, all can be altered. These things are done and work for me. It's not necessarily you want these things to be formatted in this way. You could want your log to be viewed in different ways, so you can chop and change it. The direct output, as I say, if I write log, as you can see the alias on the top of the screen, and it will show you like this. Let it come again, and it will show you in a following manner, because at the dead end of the pipe I ran it tail F, so it will see. So it will chop and change as per the set and grep I have mentioned, and provide me what is necessary, what is required. Okay, and it will provide me in a following manner. So it's very handy, right? So this is tailored for my system. Okay, that could be different to your system where you are sitting. So there is always a chance. Okay, so there is always a chance that you can chop and change stuff according to your need. So this is how basically I look through the logs in my system. You can see the 2 commands I have clearly mentioned. It's basically both are aliased because these are big command, and there are situations when I hop from one init system to another init system, so I do not have to remember multiple command to perform a specific task. Rather, I give it a name, generic name, to access it. So it provide a less burden on my head to remember multiple stuff to accomplish a simple one. So this is how I basically operate. I'm making this video in a hope that people might take a cue out of it and do something else, or with log in a different fashion, or if you have a better idea of doing that kind of stuff without adding other overhead and complexity with the regular tool, whatever is coming along with the GNU Linux distribution, you could provide me the suggestion in the comment section below, so I can have a look and assess, and I probably adapt it if I find it good enough for me. Okay, I hope this will help some people. Thanks for watching.